wanna see the sea in your eyes. You need to be free. Hey.
Move, move, body, move, move your body, move, move, body, move.
Hello everyone, my name is Joe, welcome to Genius of Joe. Today guys, well it's shoot day and I'm in a studio, as you can kind of tell by the echo of the room. I'm on a roll this month. I've done like three different shoots this month, made loads of shoot breakdowns, guys, check them out. I'll put them like in the description below on my channel. You have to check them out. If you want to really learn about lighting, how to communicate with your model, all that type of stuff, whatever, you should check this out. Today, another shoot day. I'm here waiting for the model. Her name is Tay. So yeah, I'm just waiting for Tay right now, the model, and while we're waiting, it's about half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm just gonna put a light on me, do a little intro. Yeah guys, so the theme of this photo shoot, uniqueness. It's like uniqueness, it's identity. So I wanna really get those intimate shots, close-ups, mid-chest up type of shots, really get into the character's skin, if that makes any sense. And I just don't think, like I was gonna think about doing any full shots or something like that, like the whole body or anything like that, but I'm thinking, that's just not gonna fit the theme of this photo shoot, because again, I'm going for this more intimate vibe. So I'm literally gonna only do close-ups and mid-shots. And because Tay has this really cool haircut, she has this buzz cut and she has like flowers in her hair. It's like green, it's really cool. And I think the green will definitely contrast well with the yellow in the background right now. I'm definitely gonna take advantage of that and obviously get those shots. I wanna shoot at like f16, f22, like aperture, so I get everything in focus, like really show off the hair, almost make it look as if the hair is a painting and really emphasizing the hair. So I might as well go over the lighting setup while I'm waiting. So this is not going to be the setup, by the way. It is going to be the setup actually. We're going to have my strobe instead of this light right now. Obviously got the continuous light because I need to video myself right now, but it's going to have the strobe with the parabolic softbox on it with a grid on it. Basically going to have it on like a slight angle, more as like loop lighting. I'm trying to go for this high key look, but with shadow at the same time, because I don't want to make it too shadowy and too chiaroscuro, if that's the word, and very moody, because again, I want to show off the hair, but I also still want to have depth in my image. So having a slight bit of shadow is really good. So right now I'm pasting it. It's kind of similar how it's going to be right now on her. So it's like 45-degree angle kind of. It's like right here. I don't know if you guys notice that. Yeah, and it's not here right now, but I'm gonna have another light as a rim light. Like I like to add rim lights, right? You know what I mean? Add some pizzazz to the image. I'm gonna have like a hair light, basically pointing, like placed here, pointing down on me. Obviously the shot won't be this wide, so you won't be able to see that part, but it's gonna be rigged on a C-stand. Guys, I've had a few questions about, how do you rig stuff up directly behind the model without the light being seen in the frame? It's C-stands, guys. If it's not specifically the C-stand itself, but it's the boom arms that you can get. I don't know how much they cost. I never bought one before, no own them. I just use the studios, but you can try to find one online. You can attach them to normal light stands. Obviously, you're gonna need sandbags and stuff like that. You're gonna put heavy lights on it, because if you're rigging over stuff like that with heavy lights, this shit's just gonna fall over. So sandbags are definitely needed for that. And lastly, guys, as you can kind of tell, this is not just for the setup for me right now, it's actually gonna be for Tay. You got these ARRI lights here. Obviously, I don't own these lights, and I don't expect you to own these lights, but any RGB light would work. But these are L7C ARRIs, these are RGB lights, and they're set to yellow. I've got two, you can't really see it in the frame. Like, fucking hell, I can't pan it. Oh, my tripod's fucked. But you got another one there. So stiff. Yeah, can't be asked to loosen it. Yeah, so you got two of these lighting the background. Yeah, so I got two of those lighting the background, because again, I think obviously I got some flexibility with what colors I can use, because obviously they're RGB lights, but I think yellow definitely works because it contrasts as well with the green hair that she's gonna have, or she has, so it's gonna look pretty cool. And obviously back to the thing, I'm not gonna do full shots because I can't really do full shots, can I? Because the background, the floor is just white. So I'm gonna have to like really shoot tight up so you can only see the yellow in the background. And guys, I don't have access to a yellow backdrop, so I'm just using these ARRI lights, so yeah, I mean, technically the yellow backdrop would be cheaper than getting these, but I didn't get them, so there's in the studio, but yeah. And if you're doing this type of lighting setup with the yellow lights and the RGB lights in the background, and you don't want the light to spill onto the model, you have to make sure you shoot much further away from the backdrop, right? So right now, I'm quite far away from it. I don't know if you guys can tell because of in the video, but I'm decently far away from the backdrop. I'm not like right up against it, because if I was right up against it, the yellow is gonna start hitting the model's face. It's gonna look all shit in my opinion, unless you want that, but I don't want that. I don't want any of the yellow light to spill onto Tay's face. So I'm much further away from the background. And also I don't want any of this light from the softbox to hit the backdrop. So again, that's the reason why I'm going so much further ahead. Today, like I've been doing for the last couple of shoots, I'm using my Mamiya RB67. Beautiful camera. I think medium format is probably perfect for this type of shoot because I'm going to shoot at like f/22, get all that fucking, you can see every little detail, you know what I mean? I could use my Canon camera, my R6, but I don't know, I feel like a high megapixel or like a high resolution image would really fit this, and my camera is only like 20 megapixels or something, which is obviously good, but again, I want to get as much detail as possible, and also the colors too. I'm using Portrait 400 today. Haven't loaded it yet, but I want to load it in a minute. Just the detail, the tones, the sharpness, the colors. It's just going to be so sexy, right? Why am I going to start shooting digital? I'm not a digital peasant anymore. I'm a film professional. I'm a photo genius, so I got to use film. But yeah, I've loved this camera. The last couple of shoots I've done with it. Obviously, I'll put one of them on the last video on the screen right now of the shoot that I used with this camera. So yeah, guys, that's really it for me rambling. I think she's going to get here in about 15-20 minutes, so I'm going to get set up and I'll see you guys on the shoot, a voiceover. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but yeah, I'll give you some tips along the way also, so you guys actually learn something from this. Okay, let's get into it. Mama feel good. Okay, that's it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That's pretty cool.
Vibes.
Oh.
Hello.
That's cool, yeah, like that, that's sick. Yeah, hold that there. Three. Oh, make it further back actually. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Sick. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Sick. That's really good. So maybe maybe like a shot like your head like that, looking for, yeah, like that. Maybe like putting your both hands on that there. Okay, fucking hell, this is hard. Oh my god. Oh my god, the focus is so precise. 3, 2, 1. Shaking. That was hard. Because I was like, it was so close, and I'm like shaking, I'm like.
What does the black light do?
Oh, so basically like, it makes the light more directional. So it stops the light from spreading like over there and everywhere, so it's like more precise. Yeah, I'm trying to maybe like lean forward and kind of like, yeah, like that, perfect. No, more relaxed. Can you chin towards me slightly more like that? Yeah, and then look that way. Yeah, that's sick. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god! I didn't have the strobe connected to the thing. Oh my god, that's so rookie. That's such a rookie mistake. I started on this camera. 3, 2, 1. Nice. So yeah, guys, I would definitely say I'm happy with the results. Preferably I would have shot against a yellow backdrop and not like an LED background like I did with this shoot, but I think the LED background still worked very well. Unfortunately, when I actually was editing them, like the raw images and stuff like that, the yellow in the background was just not saturated like at all. Even though I had the saturation in the light like, set to 100% maximum, but guys, it doesn't matter because I'd made a lot of adjustments in post in Lightroom. I had to select the background, up the saturation, up the brightness, all that type of stuff to make it the look that I wanted to go for. But obviously, guys, as you know, I used my strobe light, my newer Vision 4 as the key light, and the advantage of shooting strobes is that it essentially freezes the things that is lighting with the strobe. So, meaning you're basically able to shoot at these like really slow shutter speeds, handheld, and get no motion blur at all. Because for these shots, I shot at like a 60th of a second, a 30th, even like I think 2 of the shots were shot at 15th of a second. Think about that, right? But no motion blur. And the only reason why I shot at those really slow shutter speeds is because I wanted to shoot at like f8, f11, f16, because I want to get everything in focus. And on medium format, you kind of have to shoot at those like really tight apertures to get everything in focus, unfortunately. But, and also guys, it wasn't to do with like the strobe. That the strobe was fine. The strobe was bright enough to expose the image even at like f8 and stuff like that. It was mainly the backdrop. Like you'd think an Arri light, you think 2 Arri lights would be bright enough to like light the backdrop and really bright and all that type of stuff. It really wasn't. Like it was quite dark, so I had to obviously compensate for that by shooting at those slower shutter speeds. But yeah, however guys, obviously as you know, I didn't just use the strobes, I used continuous lights too, and had the continuous light as the rim light. And you can kind of see in the images, the parts of her face that are lit by the continuous light have some motion blur because obviously of the low shutter speed, but which gives us this really cool effect because there's one part of her face is has this motion blur to it, and the other part of her face where it's lit by the strobe is sharp and there's like no blur at all. What do you guys think, right? Film versus digital, which did the better job? What do you guys think? And guys, if you feel as if studio lighting is a weak point of yours and you want to start lighting with some technical ability and lighting with some intention rather than just placing lights wherever you want, right? Feel free to check out my online portrait photography community. Top links in the description below, and if you join today, you'll get access to my portrait lighting course, which goes over all of the basics of portrait lighting and much more. So if you're interested in that, top links in the description, so you check it out and learn more. I'm gonna give you one underrated tip that I feel like a lot of photographers online don't exactly talk about. They only talk about how to light and how to compose. Obviously I talk about lighting, but I'm gonna give you a communication tip, and that is to use persistent words of affirmation. Even if it's not true, you have to think of your model's confidence level as very inconsistent throughout the shoot. You have to remind your model that they're doing a good job, that we're both doing sick, the photos are turning out good, so you don't potentially make them concerned if they are doing a good job or not. Again, I'm not saying this is true for everyone, guys. Obviously, for example, Tay, the model for this shoot, you can tell that she seems like a very confident and experienced model, so she probably didn't have that issue of her confidence level going up and down or anything like that. But you still wanna compliment them and stuff like that, because just in case, you never know. You always have to think about it from their perspective too, right? So if you're a model and a stranger is taking photos of you, because what we are, we're strangers. Me and Tay, we just met, right? We are strangers, right? We're not like friends or we're acquaintances in an hour, I guess, but we're not like best friends, we're family. No, we don't know each other. So a photographer's just taking photos of you and they're just quite quiet, you know what I mean? They're not really talking that much throughout the photo shoot. They're just taking the photos, looking at the back of the screen and going, okay, and then moving on. You're bound to feel some type of concern about whether or not the photos are turning out good or not. And it's just kind of awkward. It's like you're just posing and then like, oh, they're taking the photos and then that's it. Like, you know what I mean? It's a bit awkward, like, what's going on? Like, are the photos turning out good? Like, what's happening, right? And you start getting concerned, and it just doesn't hurt, right? It doesn't hurt to be like, just to say to them, oh yeah, you're doing great, the photos are sick, even like complimenting them. And guys, you can see through the footage that I showed before, you can see throughout the thing, I'm going like, oh, that's sick, you're doing good, that's amazing, that's so cool, all that type of stuff. And even the clips that I didn't use, I'm like, yo, that's sick, oh, you're doing sick, that's really cool, oh my god, that's amazing, whatever. Just say something nice to them every now and then. It doesn't fucking hurt, guys. And another thing I even do is show them the photos. I always do that. I feel like I always have to show them the photos. Some models don't like that. I've had models before where like, oh, I don't like to look at the photos on the shoot, which is fair enough, right? But I like to do that. I like to show them the photos, but don't show them the photos after every photo you take, of course. Don't like take a photo, show them, take a photo, show them, because there's a flow that you gotta have in your photo shoot. You gotta have this nice flow, especially if the model's experienced. You gotta have they have to go into the flow of things. They want to keep hitting different poses, boom, different angles, all that type of stuff, right? But I would say after like a few photos of a couple of different poses, after like 10, 20, 30 photos, then you can feel free to show them the photos. They sometimes even may look at the photos and then adjust their own expressions or poses, because without a mirror, they don't have a mirror. they can't see what they look like in front of the camera. So it's good to show them what they do look like, just in case they may not like that specific pose or that specific mannerism or facial expression that they're making. Like for you, it may look good, but for them, it may look a bit off and a bit awkward. And you may not notice that in the moment, but when you're editing them in post, you're like, oh shit, yeah. Even if your camera skills are the best in the world, you have the best lighting, the best compositions, it doesn't matter, because if the model looks quite uncomfortable or off, you know what I mean, or awkward, the photos are just gonna look off and just look kind of shit. And they'll just have something that doesn't look right about the image, and it's really distracting to the viewer. Anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys found this useful, and in the comments below, guys, let me know what you guys think of the photos. Do you like the film photos, the digital photos? Do you have a specific photo that you like, or you have a favorite one from the photo shoot? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more personal advice about your portrait photography beyond these YouTube videos, and any YouTube video in that fact, top links in the description below is my portrait photography online community, also known as Photo Genius University, a place where you can learn, grow, and network as a portrait photographer, get access to weekly calls with me and the community, where you can seek advice, get access to some essential courses to help accelerate your portrait photography progress, and much more. And even if right now you feel as if you're a more advanced photographer and you don't really need this advice, well, I still think this place is definitely for you, because if you learn something from this video, you're going to learn something from this course or this community. There's always something new that you can learn about your work beyond your technical ability. Also, guys, don't forget to check out my free masterclass on how to find models to shoot with. Guys, it's enough trying to shoot your friends and family now. That those days are over. When you get this masterclass, I'll tell you my free methods on how you can find models to shoot with, because that is extremely important to help build your portfolio. Anyway guys, that is it. Click on any of the videos on the screen right now to learn more about portrait photography, and I'll see you next time guys. Goodbye.